What's up, everybody? We're at Knobcon 2019 in Chicago, and we're here with the Korg nu-tekt NTS-1 digital synth DIY kit, which is a kit to build a monophonic digital synthesizer. There's no soldering required. It's a very easy to build synth, but you get to build it yourself, and it's got a DIY feel, and it's also open source. So this is a monophonic digital synth. It all starts with an oscillator based on the multi-engine from the Korg Prologue and minilogue XD, and that contains everything from analog modeled waveforms to digital FM style waveforms to whatever you decide to load on it, because it's open source. And there's tons of freely available oscillators online. And then that runs into a digital multi-mode filter, which has everything from 2-pole, 4-pole versions of bandpass, low pass, high pass, and then into an envelope generator, which has a couple different modes, including ADSR, AR, etc. And then you have the feature that I'm most excited about, which is the effects from minilogue XD and Prologue. They're all stereo DSP-based effects. They sound really, really good. The mod effects is actually open source as well, and people have been releasing their own mod effects they've been designing on here for free on the internet. So you can load and customize and put your own sounds in the oscillator and also put your own effects in here. One really cool thing about this is that it has an audio in, which is post VCA and post VCF. So if you just are looking for something to use next to a Volca or another synth, for example, your minilogue, you want to add the XD or Prologue effects to an original minilogue, you can run the audio in here and you can use the effects that way. And they're all the same stereo effects. They sound really good. And there's also an arpeggiator with analog tempo sync on the back here. And then there's a MIDI over a 3.5 millimeter TRS, so you can actually plug this directly into anything that uses 3.5 millimeter MIDI, because I believe the MIDI Association just standardized the 3.5 millimeter MIDI polarity. So the Korg SQ1, you can go direct in. A couple other companies are adopting that 3.5 millimeter TRS MIDI. And finally, there's USB power. So this it's pretty small, so you can run this off of a USB power pack, power battery pack, or just connect to your computer and MIDI into it via USB and MIDI. And over here there's a headphone jack and this ribbon keypad that you actually apply yourself to the PCB material-based case. It's got a little internal speaker, and that's the nu-tekt NTS-1. nu-tekt, Korg's new line of DIY kits that really allow you to customize your playing experience and make it your own.
So the ribbon keyboard, is this sort of, well, no, it doesn't feel. I was wondering if it's like the monotrons or something.
It's a little bit like the monotrons. You're not going to get it exactly perfect every time, which is why there's MIDI and USB MIDI to connect an external keyboard controller or something that you can actually like sequence or do stuff with. But if you just want to play a little bit of drone or get a little bit of imperfection in there, the ribbon keypad is a good way to immediately shape your sound.
So then, like, for example, with the filter, how do you control it? Can you control it from the unit itself here?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's 3 knobs. This is a click knob, and then there's 2 rotary encoders. The filter is you would select the section. If I want to edit filter, I press the filter button, and then if I hold that, there's secondary parameters. But just in the filter mode, I can switch types of filters, and then cutoff and resonance. But see, all of these knobs, they do a different thing based on
depending on what
mode you're in. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Then the arpeggiator. So does that send out over MIDI as well?
So I believe it's just internal. So I mean, if you have something else with an arpeggiator, you could kind of combine that or have a little fun with it. The arpeggiator does have a bunch of different modes, so you
but
can
it's
sync
just
the tempo.
Controls the internal synth engine, not external. Okay. So what kind of connectivity does it have then?
So this is actually the most affordable way to get into developing for the multi-engine and the effects on the Korg Prologue and the Korg minilogue XD. So that digital oscillator, that digital effects section, you can develop on here and then take your oscillators that you created, and other users can load those onto their Prologue or their minilogue XD. It's all compatible. So there's going to be an editor Librarian you can access over USB, and you can actually load all the existing oscillators and effects from your minilogue XD and Prologue, third-party user-made stuff that's already online. You can load them right on there.
All right. And it's called what?
the Korg nu-tekt NTS-1. So the NTS-1, nu-tekt synth 1, and then the nu-tekt series is going to have a couple other stuff. Nu-tekt series is going to have a couple other things that are DIY kits that you can build and customize.
It's available now, or?
It's going to be shipping in within the next month or two.